After we finished writing The Anomaly, which came out the day I flew back to school actually, we were starting to think, okay, now we're gonna have to start promoting this. And what's the best way to promote? Live shows.
The first one of these shows was right outside of this pizza place that was at Purdue called Hot Box Pizza. It was really easy to get our friends to those shows because there wouldn't be any really fee for them. They could just show up and watch, and it would be a really fun experience for everyone. They could usually just grab some breadsticks from Hot Box and just sit there watching us. It also was really nice because we got a lot of passerbys when we were doing that. It was really good advertising experience because people would just walk by and start seeing us, and they would be drunk from bars and they would be excited to see new music just coming on next to them. They would be like, your music's great, keep it up. Or some people would be like, you guys suck. And then Rohan would get really mad at them. So one of the bigger learning curves that I would say we had as a band was learning to perform on stage.
Not really my area of specialization. In fact, it was completely uncharted territory for me.
It's essentially because we had some technical parts and they were difficult to move around with.
And I was very nervous because I never played in, public places like that.
My legs were like firmly planted into the ground because of how nervous I was.
We were kind of fortunate, at least, because Rohan mostly does most of the grunt work in that sense.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. It's okay if I'm honest. Y'all look a little tense. I think everyone needs to come right fucking here. I want to be able to fucking smell you. I need everybody right fucking here.
You just go crazy. It's just awesome. It's no other way to describe it.
Whenever any breakdown hits, whenever any chorus hook goes, he's always hyping the crowd up and making sure that they're on their feet, jumping around in a mosh pit, everything.
What I want to see is I want to see every single motherfucker go fucking ape shit. Yup, for me.
There have been many times where I've been playing with my legs apart and he's just crawled underneath from one side and gone out the other and thrown me off balance.
It's a really fun feeling to be on stage, being the center of attention. It's a really fun feeling. That's like a superpower. You're on stage and then all these people are in the palm of your hands. You tell them you need to get up and they get up. You need to tell them that they need to go fucking crazy and then you see a mosh pit break out. I mean, just like having them respond to your command, it made you feel like the king of the world.
But we would essentially learn and just have to practice that a lot and just try to get better with moving around and trying to show that energy to the crowd.
I feel like I learned how to loosen up with the guys and have fun.
If I'm not going to relax more, then I'm just having to stick up my ass at that point.
We're entertainers. We need to keep the crowd happy.
It's wild, dude. Like, yeah, it's fucking fun.
One of the first real shows that we had that actually was more of a ticket sales thing was Doom Room. It was a venue in Lafayette, which was maybe about 15 minutes away from us. and start playing. It was kind of Halloween bash, and they had like giant spiders behind us while we were playing. And it was also really cool to see that we were playing with other bands that were really experienced. We would talk to them after the shows and ask them about kind of how their tour experience has been, and kind of get real live interviews with these musicians and their life on the road. And it was really interesting to see how they would set up and how they would play on a show at the same exact venue that we were playing at. So it was kind of a little comparison to see what we could be, or what we could be in the future.
One time we were playing the Citadel Theater. We were playing Wraith, and the stage was shaking for some reason. We couldn't like help it. It was like an earthquake coming from the subs. And our drummer Badge, that man not only drummed on time, kept time with our metronome, kept Kyle's laptop from falling off its stand, with our backing tracks, but also kept the drum kit together because the drum kit was falling apart from the rumbling. He was doing all of that all at the same time. After that song, I was like, I don't trust any other drummer with my stuff.
He had great energy. I'd never really seen anything like it.
And then we started playing more shows in like Lafayette. I remember playing at Lafayette Theater eventually.
It's Busking Badge. Next, going against Kyle McGinley. Pokemon Battle. Kyle, what's your thing?
And that's a really special venue to me because I got my first concert at Purdue University was Tech 9 at that venue. And then like fast forward 2 years and there I am playing that venue.
We were playing the Dominant Gene, and I kind of flipped out near the end because I just started thrashing myself around and jumping, and I ended up throwing myself backwards onto the ground and just like kicking my feet into the air while I was pulling a Marty McFly on the stage.
Dude, we had this crazy picture of us looking back at the crowd, and the crowd was all like cheering for us, and us on stage like having all these lights. It was just a really great show. One of my favorite ones, honestly.
Thank you.